how to find what's your foundation shade and what's your undertone. Last week's video was all about how to select the right foundation shade. Today is all about how to find what shade is your skin color and what is your undertone. Difference between shade and undertone is how much warm or how much cool is there in your skin. Undertone is the temperature. Shade is the color. Three sisters can be of medium complexion, but three of them can have different undertones and their right foundation shades would be different for all three of them. This is what everybody's told me. You swatch the foundation on your jawline. This is Maybelline Warm Nude 128, and then you take it down to your neck, blend it. So this is a little lighter for because if I move my face, this looks like a certain patch of color, and this is my skin color. This looks like some other patch of color. So this is something that's never worked for me because my jaw is a little darker than my cheek. My cheek is like the brightest part of my face. Whenever I try to match my jaw to my cheek, it looked like my skin had sort of lost its vitality, the brightness. And I think it's because I'm a little more tan in my jaw and in my forehead. I have absolutely no tan on my cheeks, which makes the temperature, or rather the undertone of this shade different from this. My cheeks are of a lighter undertone and my jawline is of a darker undertone, which is why whenever I was matching it to my jaw and my neck, this part, the center part of my face, was looking duller. So for the longest time I stayed away from foundations. So now that I have understood a little bit about undertones and shades, I choose a foundation shade that is same undertone as my cheek, making them look nice and bright, life and luster. I like that. I do patchwork everywhere else. Patchwork technique demo on a separate video. Patchwork is what most of the times we end up doing because your face, your neck, your chest, everything, we are a patchwork of colors. So what I suggest is you pick the part of your face that you want to match everything else to. So I pick cheeks, I match everything else to that. But I do not mix undertones. This is very important to remember. Mix different shades of the same undertone. As in, I mix different shades of warm because I like a little bit of warmth in my skin. Mixing undertones will make things look ashy. And that's, I think, the biggest tip I can give you in this video is do not mix different undertones. First thing everybody talks about is jaw, matching jaw to neck. Now, the second thing is veins. If you have blue veins, you are cool. If you have green veins, you are warm undertone. And if you have a mix of blue and green, you lucky bugger, then you are neutral, and cool and warm both can work for you. You can see here, these veins are blue. This one over here, it's a very thin vein. It's a little bluish purplish. This one is green. So I'm a mix of blue and green. The thicker veins are green, the thinner veins are blue. I would consider myself predominantly warm, but also a little neutral because I have a little blue. So I would be in between. If there's anything called neutral warm, I think I would be the bridge between neutral spectrum and warm spectrum. The other way is jewelry. If silver jewelry looks good on you, or if gold jewelry looks good on you. And by looks good, I mean what is more brightening to your face. If it's silver is more brightening, then you are cool undertones. And if gold is more brightening, then you are warm undertones. This can also be applied to eyeshadows. If you are cool undertones, silver eyeshadows or silver glitters would look better. Like I've applied a little bit of silver here in the inner corner. If you are really warm, then when you apply a little bit of silver here, it would start to look a little ashy. If you are warm undertone, then golden eyeshadow, a little bit of golden reflect will suit you very well. That will be like very brightening to your skin. Mahogany, golden, chocolate colors. These are the colors that will suit warm. Platinum, lavender, these are the colors that will suit cool. The other way is to see which spectrum of shades in clothes sit more harmoniously. You can see here the examples of warm celebrities and cool celebrities. If you are warm, then all the warm colors like a warmer yellow, a warmer red, and every shade has warm and cool in it. Lip colors. A little bit of brownish, orangish lip colors, if you think, suit you very well. And they bring a lot of brightness to your face, then you know you are warm undertone. Janvi being more fair and warm undertone, Deepika being in the medium complexion spectrum and warm undertone. And if you are warm, then mauve and cool colors will like create a pop. If you are a cool skin tone, cool pink, purple pink, these are the colors that would really sit harmoniously on your skin. A warm orange color would pop. Like I am neutral, so I can equally carry off these cool, this is a very cool lip color that I'm wearing today. I can carry off these at the same time orange. So if you're able to carry off both, you know you are neutral. White scarf test. So right now I'm wearing Lakme CC cream in beige, which is a cool undertone on this side, and bronze, warm undertone on this side. Take a white scarf, wrap it around your head. The cool and warm undertones are better visible now. If you're not able to see it in terms of temperature, the undertones, cool and warm, you can see them in terms of light, sunlight and moonlight. So over here, this is a more cooler light, moonlight, and this is a more warmer light, sunlight. Just look at the center part. On the cheeks is where it's prominently visible. It takes a keen eye to observe the difference, but once you see the difference, you will never be able to unsee it. If your skin looks a little yellowish, you would be warm undertone. If your skin looks a little pinkish or bluish or rosy, then you know your undertones are blue, pink and red accordingly. Olive skin with neutral tones will look a little grey in white scarf. If all of that was just on top of your head, then I have a cheat sheet. So basically what we do here, you switch on the black and white camera in your phone. This is actually copied from Color Theory, and there is so much in Color Theory in terms of clothing that I want to explore after I finish foundation series and concealer series. You bring the bottle right next to your face. It has to be the same shade of grey. This being black, this being white, this would be something greyish. Are you able to make out the different shades of grey? Let's look at the shade card. They're all different shades of grey now. This and my skin would look the same shade of grey. And if they do, then you know foundation shade for you or not. You can also take this a step further and just swatch it. So I actually don't match things to my jaw, I match it to my cheek. Do you see? This is blending in more as opposed to this, for example. So you can make out Enriched Honey in Chambord is my own skin shade, and Maybelline is lighter than me. But still Maybelline 128 Warm Nude works for me because of its yellow almond undertone. Is there any area that's looking like a different shade of grey? That is what you should look at after you've swatched. See if there's any grey patch. If a foundation is darker than you, you will find a grey patch. And if the foundation is lighter than you, then you will find a lighter grey or a whitish patch, and your skin will look like a darker grey. So now you know how to find your shade. Now the natural progression would be to see some online swatches and buy a foundation. Click here right now for some online foundation shopping with me, and I'll take you through everything, how I judge a shade, how I compare it with my shade card. Finally buy a foundation, review that foundation. And you know what, we can call it it can be like a game. We'll call it spot the shade. You know how there are some puzzles where they say spot the difference? Here we'll say spot the shade.